Good evening, and welcome to another iteration of Alpha Beta News panel discussion on a burning topic. Winter has reared its ugly cold head, and the public has nowhere to run. However, even in this cold weather, there is still something warm. Not the warmth in your sweetheart's smile or the fire in your competitor's eyes, but the fire in petrol's price. That's right, folks. It is nearly the end of another year, and crude oil prices are on fire, soaring to an all time high. Sharing more insights on the topic, we have Ananya with the Bureau Report.
On Wednesday, PM Modi reiterated how his government is determined to make the lives of 130 crore Indians easier. I quote, "It has been difficult for petrol pump owners to provide change, and our government is fully aware of the trouble, and we have hence decided to launch a new 120 rupee coin." Ever since the prices cleared St. Stephen's cut-offs, the government has also been thinking about EMI-based payments. The World Economic Forum issued an article which states that petrol prices have become so high that manpower is the only cheap thing in India. Keeping this in mind, some middle class Indians have decided to just snort coke and run to their destinations instead of taking any other means of transport. The Environment Protection Club of India has lauded the government and called this a subtle but good move to discourage people from using cars and bikes. On the other hand, however, the Nutrition Club of India has condemned the price rise as millions of Indians will now have to forego essential hydrocarbons in their diet, which will lead to malnutrition by reducing the efficiency of internal combustion and metabolism of essential nutrients. Students from the renowned IITs, the Internet Institute of Technology, have taken loans under the Mudra scheme and are now buying hammers to beat hydrogen out of water and carbon out of coal to end the monopoly of the oil cartel, which is a tremendous step under Atmanirbhar Bharat. Patanjali, meanwhile, has plans of launching an eco-friendly bike that runs on grass, water, and four legs. These eco-friendly bikes are slated for a New Year release, so keep your eyes peeled. Coming soon to a tabela near you. Bureau Report, Alpha Beta News.
Interesting initiative by the Future of India, the IITians. Recently, the Modi government has issued an advisory to avoid girlfriends as it will save you 90% of what you spend on petrol. Moving on. Welcoming our panelists for the evening, first up is an astutely aggressive, yet acclaimed defense attorney, well versed with the criminal underground and thus making use of his capacious knowledge of the same to defend his clients, Mr. Saul Goodman.
Sure, folks. Saul Goodman here. I'm an attorney at law and I practice in the good old state of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The thing about me is I'm a lawyer. Even the bad guys hate me. Not to mention the clients extraordinaire I've had throughout the years. Back in my day, though, I used to go by Slippin' Jimmy. Me and my buddy Marco used to have douchebags get rid of their extra wells. I mean, we ripped them off by conning them, but we weren't thieves. There is no honor among thieves, except for us, of course. Today, I'm here to share my contentious take on petrol prices and provide the subject matter due diligence. To start, have you guys seen its graph? It's increasing and decreasing, mostly increasing. It does all sorts of acrobatics in the price chart. The one thing it does not do is make sense. It's like the sleep schedule of an engineering student, very inconsistent is what I mean. No offense to any engineers, I mean, you all are the most hardworking people I've ever met, but the government doesn't see that, right, sadly?
Indeed, the government does not see that. Hopefully, getting people to talk about it will eventually force the government to acknowledge the issue at hand. In keeping with the topic for tonight, next up is reality TV star, social media influencer, entrepreneur, and a staunch disbeliever of Hum Do Hamare Do, mother to her very own barbershop quartet, Kimberly Kardashian West. So, Kim, what are your thoughts on the increasing petrol prices?
Hey guys, I'm Kim Kardashian West, and I'm here to discuss the concern of rising petrol prices. I know, I'm surprised to see me here too. When they asked me, I was like, you want me to give an interview? Anyways, I'm so excited to be here tonight because I want to show you guys that I'm so much more than just a pretty face, but also good hair and great makeup and a perfect body. Basically, I'm so much more than a reference photo my sister showed to the plastic surgeons. But the one thing that I'm really proud of is that no one can call me a gold digger. Honestly, I'm not even sure how to become one. But I've been really keeping up with the news a lot lately. Remember, I'm a Kim and not a Karen. And the real gold digger turns out to be the government. Like those politicians are really eating up the money of the poor by raising petrol prices. Like, I really care a lot about the welfare of common people, so I thought that maybe if someone important like me spoke about these issues, then the government would pay more attention, you know? Like, I had to work really hard to get where I am today, so I really relate to the experiences of common people and I understand how they'd be concerned about how expensive petrol is. Like, the government should really do something about it. Anyways, I'm so used to having 360 million people watch every moment I breathe. And how many people watch this Alpha Beta News panel discussion? Like 25? Yeah, so I thought that I could really do some publicity because it's such an honor to represent the public's voice.
That was interesting. Thank you, Kim. We now move on to the next panelist, a suave lady killer, quite literally, and a true blue connoisseur of all things Anglo-Saxon, the pugnacious pedant valiantly guarding the Queen's English, Mr. Shashi Tharoor.
Namaskar, Namaskar. I'm Dr. Shashi Tharoor, graduated from St. Stephen College and the virtual successor of Sahitya Academy Award. I came here straight flying from my city of Attenborough for this interview. I would first like to eulogize the board members for inviting me alongside such honorificability personalities that is giving me a serious immune ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis from just being a part of this panel discussion. Anyways, today I bestow my presence here to articulate my thorough thoughts on the fuel prices that this Modi government is taxing out of existence, renouncing a mere act of floxinoxy inhalification. Let me tell you, I am not an ardent follower of Commonwealth Games, but sometimes I just feel like catapulting a discus on the person's face who actually started this fuel tax loot. Today, the Panglossian government is denouncing an anti-disestablishmentalistic strategy on the armed army that could lead to human annihilation. Annihilation, what a beautiful word. Basically, if you look into the Oxford Dictionary, the meaning of annihilation is destroying or destructing anything that consistently exists in the existential manner. If you put this word annihilation into a sentence, you might put that the current government is continuously trying to annihilate the armed army from their existence through fuel tax loot. Now, if you could culminate the session, because I got to take care of the Britishers who went without giving us their reparations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of all the people watching this, I will pretend to have understood all the long-winded circumlocution that you engaged in. Moving on to the next panelist, an enigmatic personality and a man of few words. Well, just one word. Joining us from the popular series Game of Thrones, we have Hodor, or should I say, Hold the Door.
Hodor? Hodor!
Are you jealous that I'm friends with all the red celebrities and you're just friends with some jungly wild animals?
Hodor! 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 Hodor!
Brevity is the soul of wit, and Hodor is a shining example of this. Introducing the next panelist for the evening, the genius lyricist, winner of multiple Grammy Awards and a successful entrepreneur, Mr. Kanye West.
Yo, I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So, won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Cause I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So, won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
Objection, wait. Objection. He isn't Slim Shady. He's just a shady individual. Isn't that an Eminem song? Well, that's copyright infringement, people. To protect yourself from such a-holes ripping away your work, better call Saul.
Well, Kanye West sample. Here's one for example. All my sick people who love rock and roll, today I'm gonna speak about petrol. Not about petrol, but the price that rose. So go fetch your tissues and wipe your nose. Cause I'ma start dissing the government you love. And God is the one and only one above. The poor gets poorer and the rich gets richer. I'd like to ask the finance minister, who was your eco teacher? Well, I think it's not the teacher, it's just you, and you never learn it how to do. From rising petrol prices to drowning economy, your decisions look like they were made by little Tommy.
That was a refreshing display of originality and an amusing way to show where you stand on the issue. Moving ahead with the panel discussion, I'd like to direct this question to Mr. West. In the past, you have said that George Bush does not care about black people. Do you think that Donald Trump or Biden or anyone for that matter cares about black people?
Yeah, so petrol prices are really on a rise, and I think the government should do something about it. Thank you.
Also, on that note, if the price goes on increasing so rapidly, no sooner we'll meet our end. Just like one of our panelists here. Am I right, guys? Hodor?
Right.
Right. Moving on. So, do you people think that because of the increasing petrol prices, people will finally start watching season 8 of Game of Thrones?
Well, personally speaking, no. Clearly, their taste in music is the same as their taste in lawyers, only the very best, with just the right amount of dirty.
Yeah, I agree. I'd rather die than watch that shit show.
Also,
Hodor?
thank God, Hodor was going for good.
Hodor? 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 Hodor?
Okay. Okay. While Mr. Hodor takes a moment to compose himself, we move on to Mr. Tharoor. Mr. Tharoor, do you think the government can come up with a plausible explanation to support its absurd raising of fuel prices?
Well, let me explain to you that using this analogy from the past, during the unprecedented period of Mahabharata, petrol actually existed pretty persistently, but in a cretinous fashion. Speaking of fashion, Kim Kardashian who?
Excuse me? I have like 269 million followers on Instagram.
And also 3 failed marriages along the way.
Look who's talking about failed marriages.
Anyways, the contributors of the petrol at the time, of course the Agatha Cocological Kauravas, who taxed desultory gobbledygook on fuel prices, which eventually steered a sublime war with the Pandavas, which was ferocious as Twitter war I used to have with the Modi government. The thing that you asked about how it even existed, well, our girl Draupadi had a nice car, a Lamborghini actually, which came with the dowry. And as she had her husbands to use one car, the demand for the fuel just increased.
Shashi Tharoor, I'd let you finish. But Kim Kardashian here has the best opinion of all the time. In fact, I have a rap for you. Shashi Tharoor, you have khud par gurur, you have made me majboor to make you chaknachur. Your sarkar always feels you have come to give opinions. You may have written 11 novels, but my albums are sold in millions.
Ew, this was so cringe. Oh my god, this is so boring. Bring my bailiffs and my best friends, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Well, let me just tell you, Kanye West, you are just a plastic rapper lying on the rusty streets of LA. Even Eminem rappers come in better quality. The audacity of you to even think, let alone compose a rap about me, is preposterously discombobulating in itself. All you do is ramble words that have no existence in my Oxford dictionary. Let me tell you, I have published more than 11 novels way before you even started your career. So let me show you how it's actually done. It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. You think your rap is crap, your life is pretty contentious. Even if you say it loud, you will never sound precautious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
All right, people, calm down. I mean, that was a good rap and all, but we don't want bloodshed in here, do we? So let me just ask a question instead. Does Donda have a deeper meaning which speaks of inflation, rising petrol prices, failing economy, poverty, world hunger, climate change, feminism, and a new world order? Kanye, hello.
Shut up, man. Just shut up.
Whoa. What's the matter, dude?
Don't say anything to me. Like, stop asking me questions.
Hey, it's all good, man. I mean,
It's not going good. Just stop asking me questions.
all right. Just wanted to know that we are here to support you. Seems like
Shut the fuck up.
Kanye needs a moment to recover from that battle. So, hey, Kimberly, which sounds more like Timberly. Perhaps you're aware that petrol cannot be used like petroleum jelly on your skin, right?
Oh my gosh, that is such a great idea. I mean, I've never used petrol on my skin before, but just the idea sounds so awesome. Like, I can use it for my makeup brand. I could totally take note.
Wait. This woman right here. She owes me a whole fashion career. Everything. Her clothes, her makeup. I made her famous.
Oh my gosh, Kanye, you're being so insensitive. I am an independent woman and you do not owe me my entire career, okay? Shut your mouth. Who do you think you are?
Just like that, when someone comes up and says something like, I'm a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
Hodor.
Come on, man, shut up, Ador. This man right here has got a big mouth.
It would seem so. Anyway, Kim, would you say your new relationship has been in any way affected by the surge in petrol prices?
Since you guys were ungrateful enough to invite my ex-husband here, I'd like to speak about him instead. First of all, I'm so grateful for all the ups and downs I have had in my life. I mean, I married the best rapper of all time. Not only that, he's the richest black man in America, a talented, legit genius who gave me 4 incredible kids. So when I divorced him, you have to know it came down to just one thing: his personality.
Well, here's one for Kim. All my sick people who love rock and roll, today I'm gonna speak about this damn soul. Kim K is here and I love her. Love her who robbed her from back and front on the bedroom and now on the block because her career's about to doom. She left me for some guy named Pete who, well, people give better names to catch him at the street.
Whoa. Damn. I mean, that was to the outrageous side of things, Mr. East.
That was something. Moving ahead after that extremely inappropriate, impromptu little rap by Mr. West, Mr. Goodman, what does working for a meth kingpin teach you about running an organization? Do you suspect that the government's recent decision on the fuel price hike has something to do with the oil cartels?
Yeah, I mean, I used to know this guy who knew another guy who was a businessman, quite a businessman he was, selling meth, until one day a high school chemistry teacher came and blew him up. I mean, that part got real nasty with the FBI. Anyways, let's get to brass tacks here. I have been in the game for a long time, both in legal consultation and legal ones, so I know how the government works. And don't let them fool you guys, for all they might be saying the increased fuel taxes are for facilitating national schemes and vaccination drives. You know what I say? Bullshit. Yeah, I don't buy it, and you shouldn't either. But shit, they're here, guys. I gotta go. Sayonara.
Oh my God. I think the FBI has finally got a hold of Mr. Goodman.
Honestly, I don't care about this discussion, man. I must say I've wasted a lot of money on petrol running after Kim. It has left a hole in my bank balance bigger than the hole in my heart. You still have the option to run back to me, Kim.
Seriously, after all this? Thank you next, Kanye. I'm so much better with Pete. I'm so done with this discussion. I'm just leaving this. This is such a mess.
Well, there's no Kanye without Kim.
This crispy, crumbling marital chore gave me a headache. I'm done for today now. It's time for me to fetch a word or two from the thesaurus and attack the Bodhi government. Therefore, I ask my pardon.
Hodor, at least one panelist? No.
Hodor? Hodor? Hodor?
It seems like we are out of panelists to have a panel discussion with. Thank you for tuning in to Alpha Beta News, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the paid audience. I hope you have a pleasant night. Now I just need some grass for my Patanjali bike to cooperate and get me home.